So we have a couple of interesting things here. Here's this piece of sedimentary. You can see, I'll put it really close, you can see all those little layers, and you can see there's a layer that's pretty ready to come apart, but we don't know what's inside. And we've got this piece over here. It's not in layers, and it definitely has a lot of little shells and pebbles and stuff all in that and glued together with whatever this sedimentary stuff is. And I can break this one. Another rock. I'll take another rock. Can break it. Doesn't mean you will break it. That's pretty tough stuff. Okay, here we go. Yeah, look at that. But you don't really get cool little fossils in there that look cool. It actually looks cool better without it. And here's a kind of a little interesting tidbit. That probably came from a cave. It's kind of interesting. But here's the thing I wanted to show you. Is if we take this and peel it off. Now you don't see anything in there, which is pretty common. But sometimes there are fossils inside. And it's one of the methods that guys use to find fossils, is they take these and they split them. I don't know if this will want to split. And if they keep doing that, eventually they'll find a layer that has a little leaf or something in it. See, you can see that it's kind of wanted to come apart. One of the tricks that scientists use to find evidence of what's happened in the past. This one doesn't seem to show us anything, but it gets you the idea. And you're gonna, if you do that, you're gonna break a lot of them open and find very few fossils. But if you're really lucky, you might just find a really cool one. Here's one. Look at that little ridged shell piece with some others kind of glued right inside. There's a lot of fossils out here. They're not particularly exciting, most of them. But if a guy were really industrious, and I'm not today, they might find themselves a really cool one. This part of Texas being a place with a lot of sedimentary stuff, and actually all north of here, all up into Oklahoma and Kansas and that. Somebody lost their little cat eye decorative purse. Yep. That used to be an inland sea. At one point, the map shows that it probably went all the way up to Canada. It's amazing. And that was when the earth was much warmer, and the seas were much higher because there was a lot of what we have ice now was melted. You see, the earth has gone through these cycles of warm and cold that are very extreme. I mean, they're brutal, just tough. Oh, look at that. Big old chunk of very blue glass. Look at that. That is amazing. Throw that in my pocket. Okay. Blue glass is made with a substance called cobalt. And as I understand it, you really don't need very much cobalt to make the glass turn blue. Another form of glass is uranium glass, and it glows in a black light. and is radioactive. But it doesn't need very much uranium, just the tiniest little amount. You can learn a lot. A little spot like this. Everything from red bricks to snail shells that are millions of years old. It's a pretty cool one. Look at that. And what's this? Anybody knows just what that is? Let me know. It's kind of heavy. There's a bicycle tire. See, pollution is sometimes actually benign. Like these red bricks, they're not going to hurt the environment any. It's unsightly. We don't like the look of it, but it's destined to become the fossils of our time. And cell phones, which is just the cover of a cell phone. Plasticized, glassy material. Got some PVC, an old t-shirt, all kinds of stuff that we look at and we go, that's trash. And it is. And it's unsightly. And in some cases, it's a real problem. Then we have stuff like this. It's a piece of ceramic tile. And it hardly any different than these rocks out here. Pretty tough, actually. Well, it looks like they're doing some work up here. Let's see. We got 7 minutes on this. Okay. If you study your environment around you, you can learn a lot of things. From garbology to archaeology to geology, even astronomy, astrology. Well, let's skip astrology. And even volcanism. Volcanism is when you heat stuff. When you take latex, which comes from a tree, it's a sap. Really runny white sap, and you process it and you heat it and you add other stuff to it to get it just the right formula. It turns into stuff like tires, rubber erasers on your pencil. You learn a lot from exploring your environment.